What is up, guys? Julian's Way here, and in this video I just want to talk about Partick more on his win. Not really, versus Mohammed Shabaan. All right, I was looking back at some pictures, and actually I prejudging, I actually had him winning because to me he looked a bit more, well, he looked more superior, more muscle, and with all that's going on, that seems to be the thing. But I guess I do not know what the judges were looking for, what it came down to. From all I can see and judge, maybe it's all about the conditioning, I guess. Maybe, well, I wouldn't say the condition because they weren't much far apart. If I'm going to do it shot for shot, and you'll see what I'm talking about. But maybe Partick is more aesthetic pleasing looking, and the waistline, and he looks a bit more dry. But Mohammed Shabaan, man, he had a lot more muscle, in my opinion, than Partick. More, you can see the difference, and his waist wasn't out of line. His waist wasn't thick. It's just that Partick's waist is smaller, kinetically, in my opinion, and he hold it well, and he just has that aesthetic, unique physique. All right, so maybe the judges just went with that, and also he was more dry. So. And his name is bigger. I do not even know who Mohammed Shabaan was until the show, all right, until last week. So I did not know about him like that. So I wasn't that familiar with him. Kind of like how I wasn't familiar with Mohammed Elman from Egypt. Well, he's representing Russia, but kind of similar. I do not know these guys until these guys like make weight. So that's how these guys get popular, and that's how some people know about them. Some people follow these guys to a T, and some people from the Middle East will also more or less likely be more familiar with them. But these Egyptian guys, man, they're tearing things up. I do not know what's it with their conditioning. Like, let's start off with the biggest guy, like Big Ramy, for example. Big Ramy, he'd take years to get his conditioning point. Now there's I do not even want to talk about it. I'll do that in a separate video. Hassan Mustafa, a big, huge disappointment. He's Egyptian as well. Mohammed Elman, and this guy right here, they have a lot of muscle. They have like stupendous legs and quads, and the development there is probably genetics. I do not know. Like from way back, these guys just inherit that great giant Egyptian kind of thing. But shot for shot, Partick Moore versus Mohammed Shabaan at the Cali Pro 2021. Let's go. All right, front double biceps. You can see there that, there's more peak or like more muscle on Shabaan, but like his abs isn't really lined up as well as Partick. He doesn't have that aesthetic look, because Partick does have a classic look, all right, no doubt, and he doesn't have as much quads. But look at Partick's calves, man, so I guess Partick is a little bit more balanced in that sense, but not his legs. So I do not know what the judges were looking for here. Same thing, aesthetics, more muscle, more chest. This guy has more chest, more arms, more legs. Not as much, because I think his quads are so big, it makes his calves look a bit more small. Like if Partick had bigger legs, we would have seen his calves would have looked smaller. So I'm not going to really touch down on calves, but I think Partick has better calves. Nevertheless, I do not know, man. Partick does seem a little bit more dry. All right, maybe the judges just went with that. The midsection here, Partick just looks better, but this guy, look at his legs, man, his abs and thighs. It's really hard. Partick has the abs here, so it could have gone anyways, and definitely the legs and the thighs I'd give to Mohammed Shabaan. But I guess the judges, I do not know what you will see here because it's abs and thighs. So in this situation, one guy has better abs, next guy has better legs, development, and sides. Everything is just there. Side chest, I give this one to Partick. Partick, you could see both of his chest. He just has that aesthetic sweep. But look at this guy, man. He has great arms. His shoulders is pop in there, holding his midsection well, and he has more mass than Partick. So, and it's really close. Look at this guy. The side of his legs, his glute, his calves, everything there on his quad. You could see some deep separation there, man. It's really hard to tell. I mean, some people did feel that he got robbed. Now this year, I'll give this here to Partick. It's a side tricep shot. Partick has a good, very good side triceps. And his chest, how he presents his chest, you can see like a lot of his chest. He's not like hiding away his chest. So I'll definitely give this one to Partick. So nevertheless, I think some shots Mohammed Shabaan definitely took Partick in. All right, and Partick probably had him in a few shots. So Dobson Tyson could have gone either ways here. Boy, I do not know exactly here. Partick back. Both of these guys need improvement on their back, but this guy has bigger lats, definitely bigger back. His shoulders there, the glutes, both of their glutes, their hamstrings are not far apart. So I do not know. This is really close, but I don't know. This one is really close. It's really hard to tell in my opinion because you've got to look at the lat as well, not just the rhomboids and the traps and all that. Back double biceps, probably. I do not know, man. I'll give it to Mohammed Shabaan. I mean, look at his waist from the back. His waist doesn't look bad. Kind of reminds me of Nick Walker. Nick Walker waist looks more streamlined from the back than the front. If you ever notice, he looks better from the back, his waist. And this is with a lot of guys, I guess. Lower, but they are not far apart in conditioning. This guy has a little bit more density, in my opinion, and a little bit more muscle in his back. But Partick does have that density. And this here, I'll give this here to Mohammed Shabaan. He just has shoulders, traps, everything is popping. The most muscular poses, I'll give it to him. And I guess Partick won. I guess in the poses, but it could have gone either ways. To me, it was really close because let's look at it. I mean, if it was all about aesthetics, then Brandon Curry should have won the Olympia. Brandon has a more aesthetic pleasing physique than Big Ramy. He has a smaller waist, but he lacks legs compared to Big Ramy. And maybe Big Ramy was a little bit more, what can I say, try or condition than Brandon, but it was all about muscle and this mass. Phil Heath doesn't have the best waist. Even when he was winning in his prime, he didn't have the smallest waist on stage. But it's more about the muscle and the freakiness the Mr. Olympia comes down to. It's not about aesthetic. If you want to be like more aesthetic, pleasing and winning, then it'll go down to classic physique. That's why there's that division. So sometimes it's really hard to know exactly what the judges are looking for. Are they looking for freak, muscle, and everything? But if it comes down to one guy is more aesthetic pleasing, but they're smaller, and they might lack a little bit of legs or a little bit of back versus a guy that complete. Anyways, that's it, guys. If you made it this far and you enjoyed the video, please give it a thumbs up. Also, remember to please like, share, and subscribe if you haven't. Please hit the bell button for notifications. Until my next video, please take care and stay safe.